Once upon a time, in a land shrouded in mystery and enchantment, there lived a mighty king whose name was whispered from village to village, echoing through the hills and valleys. He was known as King Midas, a ruler whose every step echoed with power and prosperity. But behind his illustrious reign lay a tale that warned of the danger of insatiable greed. Legend has it that King Midas was not just any king, but one blessed with a remarkable gift from the gods. His touch, you see, had the power to transform anything into pure, shimmering gold. His subjects marveled at this divine ability, for with a mere touch, he could turn barren rocks into glittering treasures. As the word of his golden touch spread far and wide, travelers from distant lands flocked to his kingdom, eager to witness this miraculous gift firsthand. They brought humble gifts to offer the king, and in return, he would grant them the privilege of witnessing the magic with their very eyes. King Midas reveled in his newfound fame and riches. His once modest kingdom now gleamed with gold at every turn. But as the days passed, a darkness began to take root in the heart of the king. The more gold he possessed, the more he craved, and the more he craved, the more he felt an insatiable hunger that could never be satisfied. One fateful day, as the sun dipped below the horizon, a mysterious figure appeared before the gates of the palace. The stranger was draped in a cloak of shadows, and his eyes glinted like stars in the night sky. Carried an air of enigma that both intrigued and unnerved those who caught sight of him. The stranger approached the throne room, where King Midas sat surrounded by his golden treasures, his eyes ablaze with desire for even more wealth. The stranger spoke with a voice as smooth as silk and said, "O mighty king, your golden touch is a marvel to behold. But tell me, are you truly happy?" See, King Midas paused, taken aback by the stranger's question. He had not given much thought to his happiness amidst his pursuit of endless gold. Happiness? Why, of course I am. I have riches beyond compare, he boasted. The stranger smiled knowingly, his eyes never leaving the king's gaze. Ah, but there is a price to be paid for such gifts, he warned. Your golden touch is a double-edged sword, for it can bring both wealth and woe. The king laughed, dismissively, thinking the stranger mad. Nonsense. I am the wealthiest and most powerful ruler in all the lands. What more could I possibly desire? The stranger's smile widened, revealing a glint of mischief. Very well, King Midas. If you are so sure of your contentment, I shall grant you a boon. I will bestow upon you a gift of your choosing, beyond your golden touch. King Midas thought for a moment, his mind racing with desires and temptations. I wish for everything I touch to turn to gold, he declared, believing that nothing could go awry with such an extraordinary power. The stranger bowed his head in acquiescence and disappeared into the night. The next morning, King Midas awoke with great anticipation, eager to test his new gift. He reached out to pluck a ripe apple from a nearby tree, but as his fingers brushed against its skin, the apple transformed into a glimmering golden orb. Excitement surged through the king as he realized the extent of his newfound power. He rushed through the palace, touching everything in sight, turning it all to gold. Tables, chairs, vases, and even his beloved pet dog succumbed to the shimmering transformation. But King Midas soon realized the gravity of his folly, for when he attempted to savor a sumptuous feast, the moment his golden fingers touched the food, it hardened into cold metal. He tried to embrace his daughter, but she too turned to gold in his arms. Devastated and filled with remorse, King Midas begged the stranger to undo the gift. The mysterious figure returned, a somber expression on his face, and said, "You have learned a valuable lesson, King Midas. True wealth lies not in gold, but in the love and compassion we share with others." With humility in his heart, King Midas pleaded for forgiveness and realized the magnitude of his greed. The stranger, touched by the king's genuine remorse, lifted the curse and returned everything to its original form. From that day forth, King Midas vowed to use his power for good, to help those in need and spread happiness throughout his kingdom. He learned that the true measure of a king's worth lay not in riches, but in the warmth of his heart and the kindness he showed to others. And so, the legend of King Midas serves as a timeless reminder to us all. Let us not be blinded by the lure of gold, but instead let us treasure the intangible riches of love, compassion, and the joy of giving. For in the end, it is these qualities that make us truly wealthy beyond measure.